Pristine waters, complete seclusion, no foreign visitors, one of the final frontiers for the seasoned traveler. This island is... Oh, sorry, that's the voiceover for North Sentinel Island. Let me redo that. With millions of visitors a year, a rich culture blended with an international profile, warm and welcoming people, and mouth-watering food, Bali is one of the most famous destinations in the world. But what is it like to call this island home? Today, we're diving in to explore life in Bali and rating it on a scale from 0 to 100. Let's go. Hello guys
from prison.
That's what it looks like. We are in prison in Kuala Lumpur, actually.
Oh my god, no, knock on wood.
Yeah, let's not manifest that. Okay, anyway, not very smooth start to the video, but we are about to fly down to Bali. We've been to Bali twice before. This will be our third time, but this is going to be the first time since COVID.
Now we're going to meet some of our dear friends, and we're going to suss out, as they would say, given where they're from, if Bali is a decent option for a place to live.
Yes, so we're going to spend a week with them there. Hopefully, we'll find out if it is indeed a candidate to live. So, that's all on board. After 8 years on the road traveling to over 100 countries, we're looking for the ideal place around the world to settle down. We're Oskar and Dan, and in our hunt for the perfect place to live, we've created a scoring system that we're using to rank some of our favorite places around the world, and today we're scoring one of the world's most famous islands and the last place we visited before lockdown in 2020. Could this island be where we choose to finally make a home?
Wow, so our friend Amanda King, you might know her here on YouTube, gave us the best advice ever to apply for a B1 visa on arrival online beforehand, which meant we could use the e-gates and literally breeze through immigration in 10 seconds. We didn't have to stand in any lines.
We literally just went through the e-gates, took half a minute, that was it.
Yeah, we want to get a B1, well, depending on where you're from, obviously, but if you get a B1 visa on arrival online, just apply beforehand. It was approved in literally like a minute for both of us. It's so worth it. Yeah. The same, by the way, goes for the customs form, which a lot of people are standing here filling out, but you can just do that online beforehand as well. So good to keep in mind. We just asked our friend Amanda how much cash we should withdraw for the week. She was like, you won't really need cash, like we only use credit card really, but I mean, if you want to buy souvenirs and stuff, maybe withdraw like 5 million. Yeah, we're like
yeah, right.
$300? That's
off
the top of my head. It's probably very different.
Given our nomadic lifestyle, it's not always been very easy to make new friends, but just a few months ago, we texted Amanda on Instagram and happened to be in the same city shortly thereafter. So we met with her and her partner Zach and got along instantly. Since they have both lived in Bali, we thought this was an amazing opportunity to get an insider's perspective on the island while exploring Bali together. Good morning, guys. Okay, wow, the sun is bright. Look at this view up here. This is from the rooftop of our hotel. It's just absolutely crazy. And what's even more crazy is being back in Bali. It feels so weird. I don't know, like we haven't really been here that much, but it's just the fact that this was the very last place we were before the pandemic started. It kind of feels like this is the last frontier of places we needed to go back to make the world feel normal again, I guess. Very weird feeling, but I am just instantly filled with joy when I get up here. I feel like my toxic trait is just feeling like we should move to whatever kind of place we're in at that moment where I feel like really good about it. When we were in Scotland, I was like, we have to just move to Scotland and we have to be in that kind of nature and who cares about the grey weather? And now that I'm here, I'm like, oh, but we should just move to like this kind of tropical place because the weather is amazing and it's so much more relaxed. You have the beach and who cares about the crazy traffic and the pollution and blah, 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 you know? Like, I think that's a pretty good lesson that you kind of just learn to appreciate a place for what it is and see past all the negatives when you're there in the moment. I'm just really on a high this morning and wow, this is just incredible. So out for a little morning walk with Amanda on the beach, and they're building this like footpath along the entire beach here in like Canggu Seminyak area, right?
Yeah.
Right now it looks crazy, but everyone is saying that it's probably going to be very nice once they have the footpath and that you can literally like walk along the entire beach. That hasn't really been possible before, so things are happening.
Nice.
Which team are you, almond or soy?
Since we're lucky to have Zach and Amanda join us today, you'll get to see two different scores. Theirs throughout the video and ours at the end.
Getting a welcome.
Oh, sorry, it's a little scary.
They just think they're
I'm so comfortable.
It looks great, actually. Such a vibey couch. Sure.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like a little close.
We got some. No, it's cozy.
No,
We can scooch over. We actually have lots of room.
it's fine.
What do you guys think is the best thing about Bali?
Definitely the lifestyle. I would say just the cost per lifestyle mile. If you will.
I like that.
just something you guys understand.
Yeah.
It's super low, so
Yeah.
you know you can always be out doing things all the time. And then the weather for half of the year is stunning.
I'd always like to say how friendly it is, like the people, and then how like easy it is to kind of make friends here. Everyone's so like active and out there and wanting to do something, and like I don't know, everyone's just kind of on this high of like getting and doing life.
What is the worst thing about Bali?
Oh,
I will say, just personally, the like unclean air feeling. Of course, like nowhere's perfect. There's going to be places that have rubbish and dirty or whatever. But I think because you have to be on a bike here, that's the biggest thing. You're constantly outside. The only other thing maybe how busy it is, but if it's busy, it means it's good. People want
Sure.
to be here, right? Like.
It goes up by
Dan's educating
$10.
Zach on how to book a flight for the first time ever.
was it?
And Amanda and me being useless.
So, one of the most important things, as always, is checking out the grocery stores. So, we're gonna do that with Amanda and see what they have. Oh,
Oh my god. Step 1, they have AC. That's good.
Ice cream. I'm pretty sure it's vegan.
Is there jackfruit?
yeah. So jackfruit has become our fruit obsession this year, but it's hard to find good jackfruit. So we're always like on the lookout. This looks a little overripe, I would say, but look at all these crazy nice fruits.
And when we say jackfruit, we mean like fresh jackfruit, not like the unripe kind that you get in like a jar and you use to make like pulled jackfruit and stuff like that.
Here's coconut yogurt. It's called coconut dessert, but it's,
And it's
the plain
unsweetened,
unsweetened. Yeah,
yeah.
so it's the coconut yogurt. But it's $11 Aussie. But I buy the same one for a kilo for $15. So
Yeah.
hacks online, yeah.
So Amanda, how often would you say that you cook at home versus eating out?
I'm the odd one out. I actually cook more than I eat out. Most people in Bali eat out every single day. So I probably cook maybe 5 out of 7 days, whether it's
Okay.
lunch or dinner. But
Yeah.
yeah, I also bulk cook, so I always have
Yeah.
in the freezer.
Would you say it's more expensive to cook versus like eating out?
I say it's the same, so then it's like your time you're taking to cook. So
Yeah.
that uses a lot of the time up and the cleaning up.
But you like cooking, I think.
I do.
Yeah.
And then I can kind of choose what sort of, like the ingredients I want, like soy, no soy, all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
True.
Yeah. Black rice is super healthy. There's all this stuff about how good it is for you, but it's super expensive in most countries. Here, there's so much of it. Yeah, so I love that about
Nice.
here.
I also love this, like, what would you call this? Like a shrine?
This is like the offerings, like the temple, yeah, within the shop.
So nice that they have this in here. So, pretty good, I'd say. We found some specialty items that we're bringing with us.
Are there any more like premium grocery stores?
Yeah, there's the Alive Whole Foods
Oh, yeah.
and Bali Direct, which are more like health food shops.
Yeah. So I'm thinking the way we should do this is you guys give your score in this category, then after that we tell you what we scored it. So the first one is weather.
I would say like an 8.5 year round. During dry season, 10.
I would say because half the time is wet, so that brings it down. But I wouldn't give it a 5. I'd probably give it like a 7.5.
So today we are going to Uluwatu. Amanda is our little guide and of course companion, but she's just taking us to a surprise location, which
Surprise Lucasi.
yeah, surprise location. We have no idea what to expect, so we'll share it as we find out. Oh my god! Wait, you should have got my reaction.
Do it again.
Oh my
Drive
god.
back.
Good shout. Oh my god. Good one, Amanda. So do you know what plane type this is?
I'm pretty sure it's the 737.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course. I used to work on them.
Yeah.
Are you having the time of your life?
Literally the best thing I've seen.
I'm so glad I got excited.
What a read. On Google Maps it says, I found this location, it says, what is it? A children's museum. Hello. This
Well,
is
you
not
are a
just for
child.
children. The fact that even a 737 whole generation exists.
Yeah.
Weird, eerie.
It's even more eerie because apparently this plane crashed right before it was like taken out of use. So it's a bit crazy being on here. Wow, these seats.
This is something I've noticed, that airplane fuselages without the seats always feel so small. And you're like, how do they fit 6 seats in a row and so many rows in this tiny space, you know?
That's why flying in economy isn't comfortable.
T.
Nice. Yeah, this is so old. Look at this.
Yeah.
Ovens would go here. This is the front, the 737.
Yeah.
Bin in here.
Oh my god, Amanda, you should so record one of your TikToks in here. Like, this is what we do in the galley.
Everyone's like, what Emirates plane is this?
Yeah, it's like that.
Whoa.
Toilet? Thank God that's closed. That would be nasty. Like if that was...
Connectivity
Connectivity to the world.
to the world.
Okay, not like the cell phone reception.
Good point, actually.
That's also very good. Yeah. Like, it's obviously not a major world hub, but you can't expect that. For us, it's right next door to Australia. It's in arm's length of everywhere in Asia. Yeah, you have to connect through to Europe, and you can't fly direct to the States. That's fine for us. So for me, it's probably like a 9.
I think it's quite high too because, like I said, Singapore's so close, and everywhere flies to Bali, like because they want to be able to get to this amazing islands, like the Middle East and all that. So I'd probably give it like an 8.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Our first stop on Uluwatu is the GWK Culture Park, which is where they have this huge statue, more than 120 meters tall. And we're going all the way up in it to get like the best view of Bali. Okay, we're here by the statue. Apparently it was finished very, very recently, opened in 2018, so it's a very recent thing.
Yeah,
Maybe you have the wrong one.
Okay, we got a frame.
A free gift.
Okay.
Okay, fancy stuff.
It's packaged so we can take it home on the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, with lights in it, that's what he said, like light.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Look at that.
That's cute. Bagus sekali.
Amanda's about to get her foot plasticed up. Oh no, we have to blur your feet.
Oh yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, I know the way just grumbles.
On your toes.
It's fine. Like
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay, Dan. Whoa. It's like magic. All right, let's go.
It's giving Burj Khalifa.
Alkisah, zaman dahulu kala di Pulau Dewata.
Proof that Dan is not above 190, okay?
I never claimed to be. So Amanda's taken us to the very south of Uluwatu, and this is unlike anything we've seen in Bali. It's so crazy cool. See you, Harry. The waves here are absolutely terrifying, but the beach is stunning. So we can't wait to explore. I mean, look at this.
Okay, proximity to nature is the next one.
Oh yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
For sure. I mean, we're maybe 5 minutes in the morning from the beach, and if we really wanted to get like deep in a jungle, at most we're 20 minutes away.
Okay.
I say 10 out of 10 because even if you get on a short flight, 30 minutes, you're on this insane island. Like we're in a little boat.
Yeah.
Like you're in this incredible like blue water crystal amazing.
Whoa! No, did you get wet?
Yeah.
Good morning, we're about to meet up with Zach and Amanda and head to a workout session this morning, which I'm both excited and a little bit apprehensive about. It's called Zycle with a Z, Bali, and it's supposed to be like a spinning class, really intensive.
One thing about Bali, it is filled with things to do, especially when it comes to health, wellness, and fitness. Along with the food offerings, it just feels so easy to stay healthy and balanced while on the island.
We did it! Goddamn. So the next one is availability, convenience, and entertainment. So this is like things to do, access to Amazon-like stuff, like delivery, like that kind of stuff.
10 out of 10. Apps like Gojek and Grab make life incredibly simple and easy.
Okay.
You can get everything delivered. You can send anything from A to B or get anything sent to you.
Since it's an island and it's like not a big city, sometimes it's hard to have access to the same types of things you would have in a big city.
A little bit. I think Tokopedia, which is like the Indonesian Amazon, if you will, does a pretty good job at that. For me, like I will have like 10 to 20 of these black t-shirts. That's all I'm after.
I thought you were wearing the whole same one though.
It's getting a bit sneaky.
And then that's all I need. Like, no shorts.
You've got like the other side of it because you don't have like the standard stereotypical stuff that everyone wants, but then you have all these really cool boutiques that everyone comes to Bali for. So if you have the time to go out and look for stuff, you can actually find better and cooler clothing and like jewelry that's different and better. When you first look at it, you're like, oh, I can't find the things I love. Do you know what I mean? It just means you need to find like an alternative. Yeah.
Very positive.
Very nice. Okay, this is like so random. Amanda knows this really amazing chiropractor here, and I've been wanting to try going to a chiropractor since like forever. I've been watching so many short form videos where people just get cracked to hell. Oh! So now it's our time to experience that. Woo!
Stuff to do as well. Like you can go out any night of the week and do anything. Not that we ever go out at night, but any day, any morning, there's stuff going on. The gyms, the health clubs, all that kind of stuff. Just A stuff.
Oh my god, that was one of the wildest things I've ever experienced. I went to the chiropractor maybe like 13, 14 years ago. That was back when I was swimming, so my back had just been all messed up. I didn't remember just how like insane it feels when they do the adjustments. And I really wish I would have gotten some of those cracks on camera, because that was wild. And now, I'm telling you, like my neck feels so airy and free. It's like I just had like a neck replacement. Okay, so we are about to head to another really fun activity, which is paddle. For the first time ever, we're gonna try it.
Paddle?
Paddle? How do you say it?
Paddle.
Paddle?
Yeah.
Paddle.
Yeah.
The problem, again, is Bali traffic.
Yeah, we're moving like one Lego block a second.
Yeah, that's an interesting measurement. Whenever you're in a car, like you can just expect to double or triple the time on Google Maps.
At least, yeah. It's crazy.
Absolutely insane. Oh! That's in, that's in! Nice! Wow, that was sick! Oh, you recorded? Yeah.
People, culture, and values.
I'd probably give this like a 9. I think a lot of people coming from their home countries, or at least just doing a lot of traveling, all have something in common, and they've all taken a leap to get to where they are. That's obviously for the foreigners. And for the locals here, I love the Balinese culture. There's a big emphasis on karma. So do good, get good, do bad, get bad. And I think that keeps a lot of things good on the island. They also respect their culture so much, and they're incredibly dedicated to it.
The kindest, most like welcoming people you can literally ever meet.
Who has a purple?
That's something that someone would say that has a purple.
I do have a purple. Ha.
Hi. Okay, so we are about to head up to the only place that we've actually stayed in Bali or on Bali before, which is Ubud. We're gonna spend the weekend there with Zach and Amanda, and we're really excited to get into the new beach spirituality. And we made it almost immediately. Like, the vibe is so different in Ubud from down by the coast. And since this is the only place that we really like stayed in long term before in Bali, this is like the version of Bali that we feel more familiar with, I guess. And yeah, I'm excited to do some of the things that we did last time, and especially above all have some of the most amazing food that we've ever had in our travels, I think. And just to clarify, this is the luggage for 4 people, not just us.
I mean, let's be fair. 80% of it is ours.
Maybe like 85.
Yeah.
Also, we went here in a car, which is always slower, and Zach and Amanda went on the bike, but somehow we still ended up here before them.
Whoa.
Woo! Oh, he's such a gentleman.
This looks so nice.
Yeah.
Well done, Amanda, for finding this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa. Then we'll move on to cost of living, and I can predict the score here.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I would probably say like 9.5, only because the rental prices are going through the roof at the moment. It is low cost of living here, but yeah, there is a lot of Western influence that is just like, woo,
Yeah.
with the prices.
For sure.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that brings it down.
These kind of places in Bali are absolutely insane, unlike pretty much anywhere else in the world. But one of the most insane parts about this villa is that we're pretty close to the sacred monkey forest here in Ubud, and there are so many monkeys just like jumping around on the roofs here, and I'm like low-key scared that one of them is just gonna snatch my phone right now and run away with it.
Also, the view from here is like, look at this. Whoa. Next one is safety.
Safety as in like, how safe do I feel, or how safe are the roads? How safe are...
I think that's part of it.
Yeah,
Like,
that is
general,
definitely
what is
part
the
of it.
risk to your health and belonging?
Okay, I would probably give this like a 6.5. The only reason why it's slightly on the lower side is purely the roads. I think when tourists come here, they get on bikes, they don't know how to drive. There's also, unfortunately, a little bit of drink driving here, maybe a little bit more than I know of. I'm in bed by 8 or 9. In regards to like people and whatnot, I've never felt unsafe here.
And as a woman, I mean, there's a
I mean, probably not like that different. I'd probably give it like 4.5. I've never felt unsafe walking the streets here, but I feel safer like if I was to leave my stuff at the beach in Oz.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's gonna get lost or stolen. I would be a little bit iffy about
Think
the
twice.
beaches here.
Yeah.
But then in places like I've been to Paris and on the subways there, I'm like, okay, that's like a 2. So it's
Sure.
not, yeah, do you know what I mean? I don't feel
I
like,
guess anywhere there's a lot of tourists, there will be more like opportunistic.
yeah.
Yeah, even tourists, like I've seen it on Facebook pages where locals will put up CCTV of their restaurants, shops, or whatever. Does anyone know this person?
Yeah,
You know,
I've
like
seen
they've
that.
stolen X, Y, Z, they didn't pay their bill, whatever. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Have been here before?
Yeah, very long time ago.
Okay. What did you get?
So we just got to Ubud and we're at Zest, which is a classic vegan restaurant here. We came here before COVID, but well, I got an affogato, which looks insane.
Which is like
It's very
so
rare
rare
to
to
find
get
a
vegan.
veganized version. And what did you guys get?
Peanut butter shake, protein shake.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's good.
There's sauce on the entire thing.
Really?
Yeah. Alright guys, if you watch our Eras Tour video, you might recognize these familiar faces over here, Sinia and Nessim, who we just happened to be in Bali at the same time as. So
Happened to be.
yeah, exactly. So when Dan took this ginger shot, he nearly had like a heart attack. So
Senia had like 1 sip and she died, so.
I'm scared. I'm honestly scared.
Yeah.
Wasn't even that bad.
Just wait.
His pain is cool.
Yeah.
It's not even that bad. No, it's okay. Oh, okay. There it goes.
Yeah.
It
Feel
clears
it
out
on
the
your
sinuses
tongue.
for sure. Good morning from Ubud. We're about to head to breakfast and scooters as always. It's been a while since we were in Southeast Asia going around on scooters, and we've never really used like scooter taxis before where you go on someone else's bike, and we were always very sort of risk averse with it. And before we came here, now we were definitely like, yeah, we're not doing the scooter taxis. But it's really one of those cases, like as soon as you've done it once, all fears subside, which is probably not a good thing. I mean, we tell them to take it easy. We try to make sure that we use our best judgment as well. You can only do your best. I just had the kindest driver. He was super young, probably younger than us. He was so curious about like where I was from and stuff, and he really wanted to learn some phrases in Swedish. His pronunciation, like I was like, have you lived in Sweden? It was crazy. But he was so nice, so nice. Now let's try to find the restaurant. This is also the thing when you're going on motor taxis instead of going in like a car. You never arrive at the destination at the same time, since someone always has to wait for someone.
Finally, I make an appearance in the video. I've been a bit sick, which is why I haven't really wanted to vlog that much, but we're at this new place called Plant Bistro, and it is so beautiful. This location, if you come to Ubud, you have to come here just to see this.
Your voice is very ASMR too.
This is as good as a Parisian croissant. I'm amazed. Like the best croissant I've had outside of the vicinity of France.
It's a pure
Nice.
You're just asking to get cancelled, dude.
The food scene in Bali is, I don't even know how to describe it in words. It's just so perfect for anyone who is like remotely into eating healthy, vegan especially. Like, oh my god, there's so many vegan places. Every single meal we've had so far has been at a fully vegan restaurant, and every single meal has been so good, like a 10 out of 10.
Food scene, we know the
Oh, yeah.
Do we even have to talk about
Skip over that.
It's a 10, guys.
10, 10 out of 10.
I think the best way to show you how incredible the food scene is just putting like a big compilation right here of all the restaurants we've been to and all the food we've had. So I think let's roll that clip. Are you vegan, babe?
Yeah, we're all vegan babes at this table.
The only shots we'll ever see Dan take.
Now you have to sing, turn down for what?
We like to drink with Daniel. Daniel is something.
Hey! Go on, Daniel!
That wasn't even bad.
We just have to drink!
Yeah.
Wow, you've done that before, huh?
Look
This?
at that shredded coconut.
Not the mule.
Yeah, no.
Thank you very much.
Nice. Excited for the cake?
Oh my god, we've
only
been
been
waiting for
waiting
4 years to have this.
Literally illegal. Unreal.
controversially.
Look at all that fresh shredded coconut. So after being on the road for more than a week, this is what usually
More
happens.
than a week. Like not even that long.
In fact, you can see
air purifier.
the air purifier.
No, there's no air purifier here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Zip it up. Come on, we're waiting.
I don't want to break it.
No, don't.
Yeah, don't overdo it.
If it's too hard, you have to reassemble.
No, it's
Well, there we go. It's done. Look out the window.
looks amazing. It's like,
Oh my god.
and just like that, after another like maybe an hour and a half in the car, I'd say we made it up to Kintamani, and we're staying at this really cool hotel called Oculus. Not sure if we'll recommend it just yet. Maybe stay tuned to see, but it looks really cool. The location is insane. Look at that. So we got Mount Batur right there. It is a volcano. I'm not sure if it's dormant or if it's still active. And here is the lake, the Batur Lake, right next to it. Such a cool vista. And we even have our own little bathtub out here. It's also crazy, like this is something you don't really think about, but now we're up here, it's a much higher altitude, so it's like actually not cold, but it's like, it's pleasant outside. And we just came from really, really hot and like rainy weather. So yeah, it's just kind of wild how even on this relatively small island, there's so many different microclimates. By the way, this is so insane. Like when we arrived, we thought this was just like the shadow from a cloud or something, but it's actually lava, like lava rock from the latest eruption, and it's still here just like that. How crazy is that? So this is how you can tell the difference between the Swedes in the room and the Australians. Because look how we came dressed and look how they came dressed.
How I dress to the interview is how I show up to the job.
Okay, this might be a very old meme by the time that this video comes up, so...
This is the demure era.
Next up is ease of integration. This is obviously a bit different maybe for Bali.
It's like a boiling pot of culture here, so you'll find your people pretty quickly.
What is the interaction with like the Balinese people? Like, do you feel like it's easy to immerse yourself in that culture too, or is it like mostly like the expats keep to themselves and like...
I think if you're on holidays here, then yeah, I would say you more or less keep to yourself. But something that has been a huge unlock for us is just being able to speak Indonesian. Our Balinese is very, very limited because it's only spoken here. But Indonesian, like once you can speak a little bit, it goes a long way. You're more opened up to better opportunities, and better opportunities in like they'll invite you over to their house, they'll invite you into their ceremonies and temples and X and Y because you have taken, even though it's not a large amount of time to just get the ball rolling, you've taken the time and put in the effort to learn a little bit of Indonesian. And then as soon as you get that feeling, you just want to learn more and more and more and more, and it just snowballs. So give it a 10.
I give it 9.5. Just
I like this pattern.
Perfect.
9.5. Good morning, guys. The time has come for us to be the drivers today. It's these little things. And
I'm excited.
It's been a while.
It's so fun. Oh yeah, you haven't. I did it earlier this year.
That's true.
And it's so fun. So I'm excited.
You just gotta trust in yourself. That's the thing.
So last but not least, we also kind of touched on this, but family environment here. So in terms of school and the health care you need.
I think for the first few years would be good. A bit more of an adventurous, go outside, scrape up your knees, go eat sand on the beach, that kind of vibe. That's how I was brought up. But as time goes on and schooling comes about, there's good school options here. And it's not so much the education I'm worried about. Maybe it's just the types of people our future children could become friends with and mingle with and that. So it is quite loosey-goosey out here in a way. Like alcohol is readily available pretty much from any age, which is a bit of a shame.
Even like seeing kids on bikes, that's the biggest thing that kind of scares me. But our friends that have kids, like the oldest one is 6. So I mean, they're not, I don't think, at that stage yet. And I think from what they've had with their life here with kids, they've loved it. They recently went back to Europe and the 6-year-old was like, I want to go back to Bali. It's so much cooler. Like, do you know, we love our home. You know? So I think it is really cool to be raising like young kids here, but I'm just not sure how it works when they get older. And then for healthcare, like I feel like their surface level medical care here is great. I think it's when you have to go a little deeper, like we've had some friends that had to go to KL for a biopsy and stuff like that. I think that's when it gets a little bit like Bali itself probably isn't the best place for anything too complicated. But surface level and everything you might need to begin with, I think it's really, really good. So yeah, 7.5.
Awesome.
We started out with that crazy view about 40 minutes ago.
No, not 40. Maybe like an hour.
Okay.
An hour and a half.
Does it matter? Does it matter?
No, and yeah, 51.
Anyway, this is what we have now.
Yeah, we were just saying this is one of those situations where it's so good that we're vegan because like all this looks so incredibly good, but thank goodness we can't have it.
It's a good thing.
Excuse me, this is crazy.
What?
If you had to choose one thing, what would you choose? Like if it was all Vietnamese, okay. Maybe this crocky matcha.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think this is really unique.
All right, so after all that and hearing Zach and Amanda's score, what score did we decide to give Bali? We just gotta preface this by saying that we are a lot more harsh when we award our scores, but that's only because we're genuinely trying to compare all these places around the world as objectively as possible. We'll also compare all the total scores at the end.
Well, we're gonna seem like the most critical, Alright, so conveniently enough, the camera stopped recording when we revealed our scores to Zach and Amanda. So we're gonna have to redo it and just tell you quickly what we scored Bali as a place to live. So we'll just go through it quickly. Weather, we put a 7.
Yeah, like very few places are a 10 when it comes to weather. I would say like maybe San Francisco is like a 10.
Yeah.
So connectivity, we rated it a 5. Not that the connectivity is bad per se, but just in terms of getting to Europe and the US, it's a bit of a pain.
Where
That's
our
the-
families are.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's
if you're going to Australia or the rest of Asia or the Middle East, great. Safety.
We put a 7. We obviously didn't know as much about this as Zach and Amanda do, but I think judging from what they said as well, I think this is quite a fair score.
Yeah, especially considering how dangerous it is to drive around. I think that's the big thing.
That's the big thing.
So proximity to nature, we gave 8 because the funny thing is, not like I feel like I'm comparing all this to San Francisco now because the
Maybe
thing
that's
that
just where we should move.
I know, but that has like one on,
we have the money.
value for money, cost of living. But,
Yeah.
No, but the thing is that the nature is amazing, but the drawback is that you can't just go out in your garden and roll around in the grass because it's
You
kind of
don't
scary.
get
to
bitten
do
by a
that.
snake or something.
Yeah.
I mean, not that that happens, but it's just like, it's not the same comfortable feeling as being in Europe or whatever.
But the nature is amazing. Let's focus on the positives and say
Yeah.
the nature is absolutely incredible.
Cost of living, a 10. I mean,
10's
need we say
across the
more?
board.
Yeah. And for good quality too, especially the food, which is, I think, not the next one, but yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah.
The food, well, I'll just do food scene, 9, because it's also amazing. The only reason that we didn't give it a perfect 10 is just the grocery stores, which are great, but they're not like the best in terms of the vegan offerings.
Yeah. Then we have availability, convenience, and entertainment. I feel like this is a bit harsh because there's so much to do in Bali. I almost feel like we need to change this because we gave it a 6, but I would almost give it like an 8 because yes, they don't have like ship musicals and theater and stuff. For health,
You can.
sports, outdoor adventure kind of stuff.
And you can order stuff online. Like, I'm not entirely sure what the delivery times and
Oh,
stuff
that's
are.
true. That's true.
That's
So,
one
like,
thing. So maybe like a 7?
Yeah, and even when we were visiting Zach and Amanda, we brought some products that you can't buy there that are available all over the West. So yeah, maybe a 7.
We'll put a 7.
Yeah.
So just to change it up a little bit.
People, culture, and values, as Zach and Amanda said, the Balinese are incredible. They're so friendly and amazing. I think just for us, value-wise and culture-wise, it would be a bit hard to integrate, especially when we want a family, that type of thing.
I think the one thing is also like the tourism that Bali attracts.
There's many types of people, but there's a lot of people who drink and party, and that leads to people disrespecting the locals. There were several times going on scooters when like tourists or foreigners were just like freaking us out with how they were driving, and they were shouting. And, like,
These two guys were like trying to tap each other's helmets like right in front of me. I was like,
on different bikes.
on different bikes,
Yeah.
like they were going side by side, and I was like,
Tourists. Stupid tourists. We're not tourists anyway. So ease of integration.
7. We kind of touched on that. I mean, it depends on like what you consider integration in Bali, I think. But in terms of integrating into Balinese culture, they're super friendly. But there's always going to be that sort of wall between the locals and the non-locals, I think.
Yeah. And lastly, family environment. I think Zach and Amanda sort of spoke about this. The healthcare is good for basic things, but you need to travel to Singapore or Thailand if there's something serious. There's not a huge selection of schools. And then again, the main thing is for us.
It's still Indonesia, which is not the most family friendly for the kind of family that we would need to exist as in Indonesia. So
yeah, but
that's the
overall
reason.
we love Bali for visiting. We think it's an amazing place and we would gladly go back anytime. I just think some of these things make it so difficult for us to move there compared to even many places in Southeast Asia, which we might be getting
Might be
to
coming
in other
up.
videos.
So that leads us to a total score.
Oh my god, I'm just comparing it to Scotland.
I was like, what are you doing? Oh yeah,
Comparing it
okay.
to Scotland. So Scotland got 72, which was the previous place we were.
That's
in.
right.
And Bali gets 70, so it's close.
Yeah.
Bali and Scotland couldn't be more different in so many ways.
Definitely not. Yeah.
But no, Bali is an amazing place. We love it. And thank you so much for joining us for this video, guys. We love you, and we'll see you in the next one.
And until then, see you around the world.